Hi everyone, my name is Nina Melendez and I am the Virtual Content Specialist for Multilingual Learners and English Language Learners for math grades 9 through 12. Today we are going to be looking at Algebra 1, Week 24, Day 8, part of the Intro to Quadratic Functions lesson. We're going to be highlighting key concepts and how to highlight these for our students, explaining how multiplication can be shown in different ways, and what does the word equivalent can mean for our students, and also relating the word factored. So when looking at this lesson, one thing to do when we approach our introduction launch for this lesson is making sure that the students understand how multiplication can be represented in different ways. I have made an example here in which I've just put a small note highlighted in a different color on the corner of the screen, and it says, nope, these all represent multiplication. 3 times 4 equals 12, and how does the parentheses, it doesn't change, the equivalency of it still equaling 12. One number has parentheses, one doesn't. I always tell my students, when they're stuck together, you are multiplying, okay? So they can start relating and approaching this launch, having some prior knowledge activated, and that way they can be more successful during this launch. This will help them for both portions of the launch, since in both portions, multiplication is represented in different ways. Okay, so when we move on to our Explore, I have highlighted keywords that they need. And those keywords, I would either provide my students with definitions prior to the lesson or definitions within the lesson that can help them really relate those words. Like the word equivalent. What does the word equivalent mean? It means the same weight, the same, just related to different things that in their lives that they can understand, oh, these two are the same. And then you can also bring it closer to a mathematics view. And something so simple as like we saw in the launch, we said 3 times 4 equals 12. These two things are equivalent. They are equal. Also stress the word factored and what does factoring mean. I always like to stress on the greatest common factor, how to pull that out. How do I know? We have to be a little bit mindful here. We're here giving them the factored form, and here we're asking them to expand. I would usually put factored, or I would put a note and tell them, this is the factored form I would like you to distribute. And in expand, I'm like, please give me the factored form, therefore highlighting exactly what you want them to do during this portion of the lesson. I also provided down here at the bottom an organizer. So we see 3 organizers provided that have been started for the first 3 examples. I would have students probably copy down this highlighted in yellow in their notebooks so they can use it with the following examples. So you can model the first 3 with the students, and then the following examples, the students can have a blank organizer where they can plug in the different parts of their expression and be able to either distribute or find the factored form. Okay, in this portion, I highlighted key things that the students need to look at and make sure that they don't miss. So I again highlighted the word equivalent so that they are aware of what I am asking. But then I highlighted, do you agree or disagree? And in that, I am a thumbs up person, thumbs down if you don't agree. So I actually went in and inserted emojis because this is something our students can relate to. and you can insert it in your Google Slides. You click insert, go down to special characters. Where it says symbol, you're going to choose emoji. So I put a thumbs up for agree, thumbs down for disagree. That way, students that might be still acquiring the language and are struggling, most students understand the thumbs up and a thumbs down. Other key things to highlight were left to right, so they are conscious that the problem is worked left to right, so that is something to keep in mind. Started with parentheses, so first step was the parentheses, and using the distributive property. So I hope these little tips will help you out in aiding your multilingual learners.